I am Groot. I just got back from watching Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the latest movie in the Marvel Comics world. This film is directed by James Gunn, whose last movie was movie 43, so he's come quite a long way since then. This movie stars Chris Pratt in his first leading role, which is so exciting for him because he's going to be a huge movie star. He's come a long way, and he's amazing at it. He plays Peter Quill, or Star-Lord, who as a kid gets abducted by these other people. I don't know if they're like aliens or whatever, they look like humans, and he occupies another planet, growing up elsewhere. There's a lot of planets, and I don't really know all their names. Basically gets put on a mission. He's like a thief, and he has to steal this orb, which contains a jewel that has a lot of power, and he doesn't really know about what's in the orb or anything, but along the way, in his quest to steal it, he encounters Gamora, who is played by Zoe Saldana, who works for Ronan, who's this big evil guy, and because he stole the orb, a bounty gets put out for him, and Rocket the raccoon, who's played by Bradley Cooper, and Groot, who is played by Vin Diesel, are thieves as well and out to make a lot of money, so they're on a mission to capture Peter Quill to return him for his bounty. The point I want to make is that the Guardians of the Galaxy is pure entertainment from beginning to end. It's quirky, it's different, it's not your typical Marvel film. It doesn't really even feel like it would be part of the Marvel universe. These are not superheroes. They're not really ordinary people either, but it's very sci-fi, it's very Star Wars, I guess. But it has such fun elements to it, like its 80s soundtrack. It's very funny. It could probably double as a comedy, but it also has some tender moments as well. It's not the most character-driven film. There's great characters in this movie, sorry, don't get me wrong. I love the characters. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. My favorite would be Rocket, the raccoon, who is brilliantly voiced by Bradley Cooper. Very egotistic, but also very self-conscious at the same time. He's just a really cute little raccoon, and I would never think I would say that because I hate raccoons. And Groot is the most adorable thing, too. He's this tree, and he's got these powers that I don't really want to spoil. And it's just a fun-filled movie. But when I was saying it's not really character-based, this isn't like Peter Quill isn't exactly your Peter Parker or your Bruce Wayne. There's not as much development to him, but I guess that's something we'll get into more in the next film. But he's still a really great leading performance by Chris Pratt. I don't know, I really, really like the film. It really won me over by the end. But I did have moments where I was a bit taken out of it. It took me a bit of time to get into it. I love the opening sequence. The opening is really great. And I mean the scene where Chris Pratt's like dancing the introduction to his music and his awesome mix volume 1. But it is quite a convoluted universe, and there is a lot going on and a lot of quirks, and a lot of the beginning jokes didn't work for me that well, but it won me over as the movie went on, and I started to become really invested in these characters, but it's not like I was instantly loving it, but it does totally win you over in the end. All the performances are really good. I love all of the Guardians, as I said. I think they're all really great characters who, once we get more background on them, would be even more interesting. I'm really into very strongly character-driven things. So this film is just a little bit of a jumble of people that are just really all outsiders who come together, and it makes for a really sweet film in the end. And it's really funny, as I said. As it went on, the jokes started to get better, and and it just maybe I just got more used to the universe, I guess, but there's some really clever things going on. I don't have that much to say about it because I think it's just a very purely entertainment film. There isn't that much. It's convoluted as in there's a lot going on, but it's not too complex. It's easy to follow. There isn't some very grand underlying moral or message. I guess it's not as deep as a lot of other films, a lot of other Marvel films have been, or just superhero films in general. But I think it's just a really fun time, and you do care for the characters and all that stuff. So obviously that's important. And yeah, that's it. That's my review of Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm giving the film a B plus. And I'm Adriana. This is Fresh from the Theater. Thank you so much for watching.